about heat. Yes? What is the meaning of heat? The amount of temperature or the energy transforms from higher level of temperature to lower level of temperature. It means transforms energy from one substance to another substance. It is called heat. What is the temperature? Temperature means the degree of hotness or coldness of an object. So we have to check the temperature in our body. Okay, when the higher fever in our body, we should check temperature. In which instrument we have to check the temperature or measuring temperature? Thermometer. What is that? Thermometer. What is the SI unit of temperature? Kelvin. What is the SI unit of temperature? Kelvin. Remaining two common units of there in the temperature. What is that? Degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. So we can measure the temperature in three types of scales. What are they? Kelvin scale, degree Celsius scale and degree Fahrenheit scale. And also we have measurement of that. Freezing point of water or boiling point of water in Kelvin, Celsius and Fahrenheit. And also we have learned some problems using the formulas to find the Celsius degree, to find Fahrenheit degree, to find Kelvin. Yes? And also I given few homeworks. Have you completed that? Okay, it is very easy, you should try it. Okay. Today we will study about effects of heat in everyday life. Because of heat, what are the effects are there in our life? Which is the main source of heat? Sun. Yes, sun is the main source of heat and light. Without sun, we cannot do anything. Our earth will be very dark without sun, because the sun is giving light and heat. So in our everyday life, we will be causes some effects of heat. What are the effects we will be cause? Our wet clothes dying in the heat. Then melting ice, boiling the water. Yes, these are the effects of heat in our everyday life. And also now in our subject we are to study 4 different types of effects of heat. What are the 4 types? Catching fire, change in temperature, change of state and change in size. Because of effects of heat, some causes will be there. What are they? Catching fire, change in temperature, change of state and change in size. The first effect of heat is catching fire. When catch the fire in any object, it will be produces heat and light. When we keep the fire in candle, candle produces heat and light. And fire lighter produces heat and light. Sun produces heat and light. When we give the fire in any paper, it produces heat and light. the substances that catch fire easily. Okay, substances that catch fire easily. For example, paper, wood, kerosene, petrol, cloths. Okay, these are the things catches the fire easily. So these are the substances called flammable substances. When the substances are flammable or catching the fire, it needs a limited temperature or minimum temperature. That is called ignition temperature. Okay, because of this ignition temperature, the substances will be catch the fire. The minimum temperature at which a substance catches fire. The minimum temperature at which a substance catches fire. This is called ignition temperature. And another one is non-flammable substance. These are the non-flammable substances do not catch fire easily. Non-flammable substance do not catch fire easily. For example, stone, sand, table, plastic chair, wall. These are the substances do not catch the fire easily. So these are the substances called non-flammable substance. Fire produces heat and light, and also it releases chemical energy from the substances. It is also classified into two types: flammable substance and non-flammable substance. Next effect of heat is change in temperature. How the temperature will be changed because of heat. For example, this is an iron metal. These are the objects will be made up of small particles that we have learned already. Yes, object is made up of small particles. When we heated this object, it gets heated. Its random motion of the particles will be increases. So the temperature also increases. So the sizes will be big because the particles of an object will be increases. So its temperature also will be increases. When the object is cooled, the random motion of the particles will be decreases. So its temperature also decreases. When we cool an object, random motion of the particles increases and its temperature also increases. When we cool the object, random motion of the particles or the particles will be reduces. So the temperature also decreases. Next effect of heat is change of state. What are the states of matter? Solid, liquid and gas. It has some arrangements of particles, arrangement of substances. Change of state means because of heat, one state changes into another state. Liquid changes into gas, gas changes into solid, solid changes into liquid. These are the changing in the states of matter or changing of states. In what are the processes are there in this change of state? Liquefaction, it means condensation and melting. Vaporization, it means evaporation and boiling. Next one is solidification, deposition, freezing. These are the process of change of state. Heat changes only the arrangement of substance. Temperature will not change the change of substances. The method of liquefaction means solid change two processes, melting and condensation. Melting means a state of solid changes into liquid state by absorption of heat. When the heat will be absorbed the solid, the state of solid changes into liquid state. It is the process called melting. This melting will be considered at a temperature. Okay, in which temperature will be changes the solid into liquid. That is called melting point. A point at a normal temperature, the solid changes into liquid state by absorption of heat. That point is called melting point. What is the melting point of water or melting point of ice? 0. Next, condensation. Condensation means gas. The state of gas changes into liquid. This process is called condensation. Here gives out of light. Gas state changes into liquid state by giving out of light energy, giving out of heat energy. That is called condensation. So melting means solid state changes into liquid by absorption of heat. Condensation means gas state changes into liquid state by gives out heat energy. It is called condensation. Next process is vaporization. Vaporization means liquid changes into gas state. It is also consists of two processes, boiling and evaporation. In the vaporization, it has two processes, boiling and evaporation. Boiling means liquid state changes into gas by absorption of heat. Liquid state changes into gas by absorption of heat. This process is called boiling point. In the boiling point. Boiling point means at a temperature, at the boiling temperature will be needed a substance, liquid substance changes into gas. It's needed a particular temperature. This is called boiling point. Evaporation. Evaporation means liquid state changes into gas state. Here, below the boiling point, it means the temperature. Liquid state changes into gas state by absorption of heat, but here it's needed the below boiling point of the temperature, below the boiling point. Next process is solidification. Here, freezing is the example of solidification. Freezing means liquid changes into solid. Liquid state changes into solid state by releasing heat. By releasing heat, the liquid state changes into solid state. This is called freezing. And also freezing point. At a temperature, at a fixed temperature, the liquid state changes into solid state. That is called freezing point. Already we know melting point, boiling point and freezing point. And also sublimation. Sublimation means the solid state directly changes into gas state. It will be not passing through the liquid state. Solid state directly passes through the changes to the gas state by observing heat. By observing heat, solid state changes into gas state. That is called sublimation. Next, deposition. Deposition means gas state changes into solid state. It will be not change into liquid. Directly gas state changes into liquid state by releasing the heat. Sublimation is by observing heat. Deposition is by releasing heat. It is called deposition. So these are the kinds of change of state. The state changes into one form to another form because of effects of heat. Now we can see about differentiate between boiling and evaporation. evaporation. Boiling, it is the fast process. Boiling is the fast process. When we give the fire, it will be process will be move faster. Then evaporation is the slow process. When we give the fire fastly, it will be start to boil. Below the boiling, evaporation process will be considered. Second one is, it takes place the mass of the liquid. Evaporation takes place the surface of the liquid. Then boiling takes place as the boiling point. Boiling takes place at the boiling point. Evaporation takes place at the below the boiling point. Below the boiling point, we will be considered the evaporation. Next one is, bubbles are seen. In the boiling water, we can see the bubbles. In evaporation, we cannot see the bubbles. In boiling, requires a source of energy. In the process of boiling, it needs sources of energy. But in the evaporation, energy supplied from the surroundings. From surroundings, evaporation will be get the energy. Children, listen the first problem. We have to use degree Fahrenheit, degree Celsius and Kelvin scales. First question, convert 86 degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. You should copy this question and answers in the booklet. Solution. Here 86 degree Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit scale is given. We have to find Celsius degree Fahrenheit. So we should use the formula degree Celsius equal to 5 by 9 into degree Fahrenheit minus 32. Is then 5 by 9 into degree Fahrenheit. What is the value? 86. 86 minus 32. We have to subtract 86 minus 32. 6 minus 2, 4. 8 minus 3, 5. 54. So 5 by 9 into 54. 1 9 is 9. 6 9s are 54. So 5 into 6 equal to 30 in degree Celsius. So 30 degree Celsius. Do you understand? First write the formula to find the degree Celsius. 5 by 9 into degree Fahrenheit minus 32. You should remember this formula. Okay. Then get the answer here. Listen the next question. Convert 122 degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius and Kelvin. Here we have to find degree Celsius and Kelvin. First we should write the formula to find degree Celsius. Degree Celsius is equal to 5 by 9 into degree Fahrenheit minus 32. Substitute the value here. 5 by 9 into degree Fahrenheit is equal to 122 minus 32. Subtract these values. 122 minus 32. 2 minus 2, 0. Here 12, 0. 12 minus 3, 9. So here 5 by 9 into 90. Multiplication symbol is here, so we can cut this number. 1 9 is 9, 1 9 is 9, 0. So answer is 50 degree Celsius. Okay, in degree Celsius answer is 50 degree Celsius. And also we have to find the scale of Kelvin. What is the formula? K is equal to degree Celsius plus 273. We have to use this formula. Kelvin is equal to degree Celsius plus 273. We have to substitute the value here. Degree Celsius equal to 50 plus 273. Add these two numbers. 273 plus 50. 3, 7 plus 5, 12. 1 balance. What is the answer? 323 Kelvin. Have you understand? First we have to write the formula to find the degree Celsius and substitute the values here. Find the degree Celsius answer. And also we have to write the Kelvin. K is equal to degree Celsius plus 273. Substitute the degree Celsius value here. Add these two numbers. We will get the scale of Kelvin. Have you understand this? And also we have more exercise problem in the book. You should try it. Okay. You should refer the book clearly, which we learned today. Okay. Thank you.